Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink. Welcome to another update video. I can't really remember what number update video this is. This might be the fourth one. I actually made two fourth update videos in the past, but the first one I scrapped, and the second one, by the time I had recorded it, it was kind of out of date anyway, and so I didn't end up uploading it. So this is the fourth one. This is the true fourth one. It is for the 21st of October 2016. Now, there are some loud birds outside, which is not unusual at all for me, recording a video. It's that time of the year, you know, if you go back to 2015 and watch the videos that I recorded back then, at this time, like around September, October, it was more or less the same deal. But anyway, yeah, this update video that I'm making right now could have been much more woeful than it's actually going to be, which is a very good thing. What actually happened, and there was an incident that occurred relating to my laptop, which I'm going to talk about. Now, another issue relating to his laptop, you know, this is not the first time. Yeah, you see, the thing is, computer problems are a big thing with me. I don't know what it is that I do to my computers. I think it's just, I mean, I'm pretty careful with what I download and stuff. I'm not downloading viruses and all of that. It's just, computers just do not like to, I guess, cooperate with me. They do really weird things, and that's just an annoying thing when it comes to me and computers, I suppose, and it's always going to be like that. But basically, I think it was, 3 days ago, my laptop started having problems. I actually was uploading, or I had just begun uploading Demon Souls 3 or Let's Play Demon Souls 3 Magic Build part, was it part, let me double check on my desktop now, because I can do that. It was part 9. So yeah, I was uploading Let's Play Demon Souls 3 part 9, that was my Magic Build of course, and as I was doing this, suddenly my laptop, it's almost like it slowly but surely like was being sucked into a dark hole. It was really weird, like, more figuratively than in terms of what I was actually physically looking at. It was in regards to the performance of the laptop. It just suddenly became extremely slow. I've never seen anything like it on my laptop at the time, or I had never seen anything like it. And so it was one of those things where I was a bit confused. I was like, okay, well this is happening, and I can't remember exactly what happened. I think my screen blacked out, and it started to do a disk repair, and I'm thinking, oh well, this isn't good. Like, this was while I was uploading things at uni, right? And I'm thinking, oh shit. And so it does this disk repair thing, and it's stuck on like 72%, and it's just not progressing any further than that. And I'm thinking, okay, this is just really not working. So I force shut down my computer by holding the power button, which is probably not the best thing to do, but you know, I was just a little bit worried about what was going on, so I just did that and thought, okay, maybe if I just started again normally, it won't have a problem. But no, it actually did the exact same thing. As it was booting up, it started to do another disk repair. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just let it do what it needs to do, that's fine. And so, you know, it continued with what it did last time. It was stuck on 72%, it just did not progress, and I kind of looked away from it for a while, and then when I looked back, it had actually managed to log in. Well, it had reached the login screen for my laptop, and I'm thinking, oh, this is great. So I what I actually did was I logged in, and I could see that it was really, really slow again. Like, it was so slow, it was taking so long for everything to load on my desktop, as in, like, you know, the toolbar and the shortcuts on my desktop screen. It is a laptop, of course, I'm not talking about a desktop PC, I'm just, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, everything was so incredibly slow, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's done a disk repair, I'm assuming that whatever it was repairing is now repaired and there are no problems. Maybe it just needs to shut down and then start up again, and it'll be nice and smooth as it was before, because I'm telling you, there were no warning signs that kind of led up to this. I mean, the warning signs did exist, but it was a matter of, like, you know, 2 minutes between the time when it started to get extremely slow and the point in time where it started to like do a force disk repair. It was weird. And but yeah, I was hoping that it would return to normal when I shut it down and started it back up, but actually, and I shut it down normally. I didn't do like a force shutdown by holding the power button. I actually managed to get into Task Manager because the Windows, what do you call it? The you know, the menu that is brought up when you hit the Windows key? Yeah, that wasn't coming up. I can't think of the word right now, but yeah, that wasn't coming up, so I had to go into Task Manager to shut down, and so I did that. It was a normal shutdown. It took a long time to shut down like that as well, because everything was just running super slow at that point. It was like ultra downclocked. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But yeah, it managed to, I suppose, shut down, but then when I turned it back on, it would not boot. It simply refused. And it went into something called automatic disk repair, or something like that. Automatic repair. No, disk wasn't in the name, it was just automatic repair. And it seemed that there was a software problem in system32/boot/system. That's what it said. And quite frankly, I just couldn't fix it no matter what I did. I tried to restore to a previous backup of my entire PC, you know, like a system image or whatever you call it. I tried to do that, it failed. I tried to refresh the system, it failed. I tried to restore to factory default, it failed. I tried to do everything that I could have possibly done, and it just failed. It would not do it. I will mention that I tried to do the restore to factory default after I managed to get the files off my SSDs. Now, I actually didn't know how to do that myself. I think there were ways to do it. Like, you can get an enclosure and put the SSD in the enclosure, and then it acts as sort of like a like an external hard drive sort of thing. But apparently, to get an enclosure, you pretty much have to order it online, and even online, it was difficult to find one that I felt would work with the SSD that I'm using. Most enclosures work with hard drives, HDDs, but the SSDs, they're a little bit of a different story. You can still get enclosures for them, but they're a little bit harder to come by, and I just wasn't really confident. And there was also the factor of like me having to get it online and then wait for it to come to me, and I was just not prepared to wait for that. So what I actually did was I took it into some guys that are in my local area that deal in computers, and I asked them to get data off both two SSDs that I have in my laptop. The data drive, which is D drive, should remain unaffected based on these things, but I was actually planning on downgrading it back to Windows 7 because Windows 10 is pissing me off. So, you know, I just, for purposes of wanting to make sure that I get all my stuff back, I asked them to retrieve files from both of those two SSDs, and they did. And it was a little bit expensive because, of course, there were a lot of files that they had to take out. It was at least 1 terabyte. And, you know, what can you do? But I got all the stuff back, and that's under control. Unfortunately, I've lost some progress on some visual novels that I play, which is really devastating. But you know what? As bad as that is, as in all progress, these are really long visual novels that I play through, like 50 plus hours, and I've lost all of the progress on them that I've accumulated over about a 12-month period. And I can sort of get that back, but it will take some time. But I'm telling you that if I lost everything in that situation, that would have been so absolutely detrimental that I can't even begin to describe just how terrible that would be. Like, it's just, wow. I'm very happy that I managed to get my stuff back. Because it was a software issue with the SSD, there was no issues with actually retrieving the files. It's if it's an actual hardware problem that you might have issues getting the files back, but there was no issue because it was purely something to do with the boot mechanism, or the boot mechanics, I don't know what you call that. But anyway, I managed to get all the files back. That was important. I had also stored there a bunch of files from, you know, my Demon Souls Let's Play. I had pretty much the entire Demon Souls 3 Magic build stored on there, including the New Game Plus videos, and it would have been a situation where I would have had to have cancelled the Let's Play entirely, you know, despite everything I'd recorded. It would be so absolutely devastating if I would have lost that stuff. But I didn't, and that is why this is more of a good news sort of situation. But anyway, I did manage to I tried to make a bootable USB drive for Windows 7, but my computer just would not read it no matter what I did. I did something within the BIOS that was supposed to allow it to read my Windows 7 bootable USB, but it just didn't want to read it. That could have been an issue to do with me putting the stuff on the USB. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. I actually used Power ISO to turn the ISO file into a bootable drive. It was the Windows 7 ISO file, but Windows 7 Ultimate, mind you. And it just didn't work out for me, unfortunately. So I was a little bit worried at that point, because I thought, well, what if this is actually the computer not wanting to install a new version of Windows? I was a bit worried about that, because, you know, everything else that I had tried before then was just not working for me. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is... I wasn't too sure, but I was thinking in my head that there was a possibility that it just did not want to install a new version of Windows. Because keep in mind, restoring to factory defaults, which should have taken it back to Windows 8, not even that worked. You know, I mean, nothing was working. It was terrible. But fortunately, I managed to get a Windows 7 bootable media, Windows 10 bootable media, and I inserted that in, and it read it fine, and, you know, everything was okay, a-okay. So, yeah, no problems there. I finally, just now, after skipping a day of uni to actually fucking get this shit in order, I've actually got it under control now, which is good. The laptop is back to normal. No slow things happening. It's like a brand new laptop, fortunately. Not that brand new, because it's fucking Windows 7 and Windows... Why do I keep saying Windows 7? It's Windows 10, and I don't really like Windows 10 that much. It can be a little bit slow at times. But anyway, it's not a big deal. So basically, the reason why I'm making this update video is because I'm kind of explaining to you how much of a close call that was. If I couldn't get, I wouldn't have been able to get those files back realistically unless I had contacted the computer people. It would have just been pretty difficult for me to manage, but I spent some serious money to get those back. Well, not serious money, but, you know, I won't tell you how much, but it was about, it was $130, I might as well tell you. But, yeah, it's not that much, but it's, I would have paid $500 if I needed to get those files back. So, yeah, anyway, it was just one of those things, you know. So, I'm just very glad that it didn't eventuate into, a situation where I had to cancel all these Let's Plays, and thus making everything that I had done just pointless and all of that. But, yeah, anyway, I only lost one audio recording that I had as an unsaved Audacity temporary recording, which I had yet to actually process. But that wasn't a big deal. That was just a recording that I did for Modern Warfare 3, announcing something quite upsetting regarding Modern Warfare 3, which I will make again, and I will upload that probably after this update video, if I can. If I can't, then that's whatever, but yeah. Long story short, just spoiler warning. Well, not really spoilers, but just to give you a sneak peek at the Modern Warfare 3 update video that will be coming out soon. Yeah, I won't be playing that game anymore. And it's pretty tragic why I'm not going to be playing it anymore. But anyway, yeah, basically, yeah, I'm still working on Demon Souls as it stands right now. It's really a long project that I've thrown myself into, you know, really just a few, it must have been maybe 5 or 6 days of just doing long recordings. This has seriously accumulated the biggest fucking backlog of videos I've ever had to deal with. And, you know, I was notorious in 2009 and 2010 for giving myself just an unmanageable backlog of videos that I just didn't even want to upload. But fortunately, as I'm older now, I seem to have the patience and the willingness to actually upload everything that I've done and just stick it through to the end and get it finished, you know. If I would have done this to myself back then, it just wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't be seeing these videos getting uploaded. I'm still uploading videos in October that were recorded mid-April, okay? And this will continue on for a long time. And we're not even talking about fucking Symphony of the Night yet, which was recorded back in March. So I'm going to be recording videos that were I'm going to be uploading videos that were recorded in March, in like November and December and probably January as well. I don't know when I'm going to finish uploading fucking Symphony of the Night. It's really ridiculous how long this is drawn out. I would love to finish that Let's Play as soon as I can. I'd also love to finish Wind Waker. That's a Let's Play that I want to finish. Basically, what I've done to myself is, you know, I was doing some Let's Plays and I would have finished them normally. I'm glad that I, at the very least, managed to get Twilight Princess done. I just had to put my foot down and get that one finished with because, you know, that was another case similar to that of Demon's Souls where I had a big backlog of videos that I just needed to get done. And I managed to do that back in, I think, June. I managed to finish that. But basically, I had all these other Let's Plays going. Well, not really all these other Let's Plays. Mainly just Symphony of the Night and Wind Waker that I was doing together at the same time. And then I had this sudden need to record like a crap load of Demon's Souls. And then after that, a crap load of Dark Souls. And I'm not excited to get into doing the Dark Souls stuff. Dark Souls 2, mind you. After finally getting Demon's Souls finished. And, you know, I'm punishing myself even further. Are you prepared to hear this? I'm punishing myself even further by starting a 5th Let's Play of Demon's Souls. Why am I doing this to myself? It's so horrendous. I've only recorded the first part. I think I recorded it last week or so. But yeah, this is going to be something that is... Yeah, anyway. I don't know. Demon's Souls is going to be one of those things that is just going to be dragging on and on and on my channel, but yeah, you guys just can't really appreciate how much time it takes to edit like a 2-hour long recording, only to move on to another 2-hour long recording, and then another, and then another, and then another. It's just, it's never ending, you know, and it's not small time editing, you know, I do a lot of editing of my breaths and of my mouth noises because they are annoying. I don't like them very much, and so I do make a lot of edits. I can show you a screenshot of just how many edits I can make in one recording. I'm probably showing it to you now, but that's more or less what I deal with every recording, you see. And so, yeah, it's just a situation where it takes a lot of time to get one, like, 2-hour long editing thing done, and then, you know, it just continues on. But anyway, I have more or less completed, I haven't entirely completed, but I've almost completed the editing process for Let's Play Demon's Souls 3 Magic Build for New Game. I've almost completed that, you know, oh my god. It feels like it's been going longer than all of the others, but anyway, yeah, I finished that almost. There's like one more video to go, and then I'll be done. And yeah, that'll be good. So there'll be a few videos that I will be uploading next week. It is currently Friday. The next week, starting on Tuesday, my time zone, I suppose, I will be uploading Let's Play Demon's Souls 3 Part 9, 10, and 11, plus this update video, and hopefully that Modern Warfare 3 update video that I will have recorded at that point in time. And then there will be 2 more Black Ops recordings, and then, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm uploading at the moment, and it will remain this way for a long time. And for those people who think that my upload rate is kind of low, the reason why is because, you know, it takes a lot of time to edit this stuff, and sometimes I don't really have the time to process the videos, and especially when a video fails, that's a lot of time lost, because, you know, every now and again there are issues with videos that I process. You know, sometimes they don't properly process and they just stop working at one point in the video, or like, yeah, anyway. That's more common with the very long videos rather than the short ones, which makes it even harder because, you know, I spend 5 hours or 6 hours processing a video which will not even work, you know, so then I have to do that again. So that's pretty much an entire day of processing something, and then I have to just process it again. It's really stupid, but yeah, that's one of the major setbacks that is present with processing videos, and you know, sometimes it just doesn't happen, and I don't have anything to upload on the particular day where I want to upload, so, you know, at the bare minimum, 1 video a week I want to be able to get out, but the ideal situation for me is about 4 videos a week. I want to kind of upload as much as I can, and I am trying to work on as much of Demon Souls as I can. I've got uni, I've got work, I've got a lot of things going on, but I'm trying to do what I can to edit what I have, you know. It is a hobby of mine, I do enjoy it, but there is definitely a slog aspect to what I'm doing. It does feel a little bit grating at times, and, you know, if it's too grating, I just don't do it as well. So if you see like a lack of activity, that's probably because I'm not forcing myself to do something that's really unpleasant to do. So yeah, anyway, at least I don't have any post-commentary portions that I have to record. That's when I get pissed off, when I have to do that shit. That's just annoying. Anyway, I had to do that at the end of Demon Souls 2, new game. That was not pleasant, but anyway. Yeah, that's about it for this update video, guys. I don't have too much else that I want to share with you. Pretty much the only thing that differs between this video and the last video that I was talking about before that I didn't end up uploading is the laptop issue. Everything else is more or less the same. Oh yeah, and there was one other thing that I was gonna mention that I probably won't ever get around to mentioning properly. I suppose I'll mention it briefly here. There is a possibility that a lot of the videos that I've recorded in the past actually have issues regarding text popping up on the screen that doesn't actually relate to what's going on the screen. The reason for that is because of how I actually produced some of the long recordings that I did, so I would actually split them up and move them after I had actually edited them, but because I had actually moved these video files to kind of separate them visually on the timeline, the text that I had put on a separate track above that of the video and audio tracks did not actually move along with those video tracks. Like, they were not locked in place, and so therefore, and the track is usually small and off the screen that I put the text on, so I just didn't even notice, I think. So a lot of the videos that you see may very well have text just appearing out of nowhere that is beyond out of time. It's just not even, you know, relevant to anything. I don't know how many videos are like that. I would say it would mostly be in Twilight Princess. That's probably going to be the Let's Play that will have most of those. I don't know how many there are. I hope there aren't too many. It's probably going to be a long time until I actually work out just how many of those there actually are. I've got no idea. But I can only hope that it's not, like, you know, unreasonable. I hope it's just like a few intermittent messages popping up from time to time, not like an every single video sort of occurrence. It was just one thing that it hit me one day, and I kind of almost felt sick. I'm thinking, oh my god, how many of these videos have I actually uploaded with this issue going on? But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's quite as bad as I first thought, but it could still be not ideal, so, you know, hopefully it's not that bad. All I know is that the issue was resolved back in June. That's when I noticed, I'm pretty sure, and it's I'm only telling you now in October that I had realised this, but anyway. I did go into more detail about it before in terms of how I actually made the mistake in the first place, but I don't really want to go into the details at the moment. I don't really feel like it, but anyway. Yeah, that's about it for this update video, guys. Once again, it is the 21st of October 2016. Fortunately, we can continue ahead with these videos that I'm uploading. Yeah, I'm so bloody glad. I'm more than happy that it's just actually resulted in some kind of positive outcome, you know. I actually managed to get the files back. How awesome is that? Whereas last time I had to actually cancel the It's interesting because the last time that this happened, I actually had to cancel a Demon Souls Let's Play, which was my first Demon Souls Let's Play with New Game Plus mode. Funny that I almost had to cancel another Demon Souls Let's Play, but no, that's not happening again. Fortunately, not on my watch, goddammit. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. For those who are still hanging around, thanks for listening, and yeah, I will see you guys in whatever video you happen to see me in next time you're watching. So yeah, catch you then.